Hi guys, and welcome to RetroB8. In today's episode, as you can tell by the thumbnail, this is my channel update, my second ever one on the channel. And what I'm going to talk about to you is basically what's gone on in the last month, other than Christmas and New Year. But I think we're all sick of talking about that now. 'Tis but a distant memory now. Most of us are back at work, back to the grind. And to be fair, it's like it never happened. But yeah, back to the channel update. I'm just going to be talking about what I've done in the last month and maybe a couple of plans for the future. So going back to I think it was December the 7th last year. That was when I'd done the last one. Since then, there's been a few things happened. We had the final of the 2021 Retro Gamer Quiz. That was won by Scott Brand, SEGA Zombie. He overcame Lee, the nerdy geezer, and Lee, the retro chef. Obviously, that meant that he was up against Larry Bundy in the final. Well, not the final, the Christmas special. Scott is our champion, so we put him forward to take on the Guru himself. But guys, the Guru is called the Guru for a reason. That guy, Larry, he knows his stuff. Like, he is seriously good. But also, do you know what? He's a genuinely lovely guy, and I feel pretty honoured actually to have shared some time with him. And we had a good talk off air as well about various subjects, and yeah, really interesting guy. After that, of course, went to some homebrew gaming. I revisited one of my favourite homebrew games of all time, which is Aliens Neoplasma on the ZX Spectrum. Yeah, it's aged pretty well. It's only about 2 or 3 years old. Pushes the system to the max. One of my favourite homebrew games ever. Then it was the big one. Completely out of the blue, we found out that Sonic the Hedgehog was coming to the Commodore 64. This blew my socks off. I couldn't believe it. This means that we've now got Sonic the Hedgehog and Mario on the 8-bit microcomputer. The best one of the lot. Of course it is. It's the Commodore 64. I mean, when you look at how good Sonic the Hedgehog is on there, I mean, is there really an argument about this anymore? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Spectrum fans. You know that I love my ZX Spectrum. And when it comes to homebrew, I think the ZX Spectrum is definitely out in front. But that can all change this year. I'm definitely looking forward to playing more homebrew on the ZX Spectrum, the Commodore 64. And if I do find any decent homebrew, of course, on the Amstrad CPC. Because we can't leave the Amstrad out. You know, it is a great machine. Moving on to this year. Well, okay, we'll say December the 31st. Another fantastic homebrew game was released called Angels by Zoysia. And oh, what a game! What a fantastic beat 'em up that is. Again, pushing the hardware, the ZX Spectrum to its absolute limit, and that was a game that was playable on the Spectrum 48K as well, albeit without, you know, music and a couple of extra graphics or cutscenes here and there, but the bulk of the game is still there on the 48K. And guys, seriously, if you haven't seen that video, why not? But yeah, if you do want to see it, then just check the link at the top of the screen, because this is one that you definitely do not want to miss. Since then, yeah, been picking up quite a few bits and bobs. There was one that I was expecting for my birthday, but due to delays and blah blah blah, I didn't get mine with the first ones that were shipped. It was the second shipment for me, and it was this, guys. It was, of course, this bad boy. Yes, we got the Founders Edition of the Evercade VS, and I actually didn't play this until Christmas Day, and you know what? I wasn't disappointed. Really good. Surprisingly, one of the games that I enjoyed most was Double Dragon 3. Never played Double Dragon 3 before. I thought it was really great. I love the console. I love the look of it. I love the style. The only letdown for me has been I was really looking forward to playing Splatterhouse. And unfortunately that doesn't work on the VS, it only works on the handheld. Now apparently that's due to some licensing issues. However, I'm not so sure myself, because I've been hearing little whispers that basically it's down to money and we're never going to be able to play it on the VS, and that will be a bitter pill to swallow, because that was one of the games I was really looking forward to playing. The other ones I was looking forward to playing, of course, was the Bitmap Brothers games that were on there. Now, the problem is for me is that they've put on the SNES versions of the games, and they've even got an 8-bit version of Speedball, which is great, but do we really need 3 different versions of Speedball? Xenon 2, of course, is a decent game, but the real letdown there was the Chaos engine. Why would you not use the Amiga version, which is just by far the best? So yeah, that was slightly disappointing, but yeah, biggest one is definitely Splatterhouse. But apart from that, everything's worked. I really enjoyed playing Sensible Soccer on there. Again, not an Amiga version, but why, I don't know. And Cannon Fodder, of course, it's a little bit difficult with a controller. I still prefer it with a mouse. There is one glaringly missing thing that I wish had been here on time. It was sent a week ago, but it's just not here, and I don't want to really wait any longer, so I'm just going to blast on with some pickups. Not really sure. Well, there's a few of them I do know. A few of the smaller packets, I've got absolutely no idea what's in what. I do know what is in this one though, and this goes. Well, I felt I had to buy this because I was watching a SEGA Zombie and SX Retro gaming video, and that was where the guys were playing on a Dreamcast, and it was pretty sure it was House of the Dead. Now, I've never been one for you know, games where you're typing in like instructions, like text adventures and things like that. However, this is a game that I definitely want to use a keyboard with, and you might be able to guess it now. It's for the Dreamcast. So I spotted on eBay. It's not the best of boxes. I don't even think I'll be able to rescue this box, but as you can see, guys, it is a Dreamcast keyboard. So let's have a look at the condition inside. Yeah, the condition, do you know what? I've seen some of the keyboards a lot more yellowed than what this one is. But as you can see there, that is in quite nice condition. So the box may be absolutely horrendous, but the keyboard itself, yeah, that seems to be looking in pretty good condition. So I did speak to my wife, Louise, because I'm not gonna lie, she's looks like she's a better typist than what I am. And yeah, we're gonna get this connected up to the old Dreamcast. We're gonna get this on, and we're gonna do some, is it Typing of the Dead? So looking forward to playing that, because it just looked like a really super cool game. Okay, next we're gonna move on to this one, and this got here. I was sent on the 12th of December. Let's have a butcher's and see what's inside. Oh, so this is from Alex, who is a Nintendo Arcade, and he sent me this. Now, I'm sure there was a game. I did send them some hit squads that he showed on. I don't think it was his last pickups. I think it was the one before. And he just wanted to send something back. I think I did spy a game for a new system that I've picked up as well. Actually, I forgot to put that in the pile. So after I show this, I will show you what I picked up. And what have we got in here? Well, some nice little freebies. In case you don't know what Alex looks like, that is the man himself. There he is, the beautiful man with the Sid James laugh. And guys, if you haven't heard that Sid James laugh, you need to definitely head over to Alex's channel and check them out, because he has like an absolutely fantastic game room. It really is. He's got Vectrexes in there, but not only that, not the usual stuff you're going to expect, but the amount of arcade machines that he's got in there, and of course the famous Sky Skipper. And that is another one of his cards there. I've never even seen these before, but these are brilliant, man. This is Whitney Roberts from Louisville, Kentucky. So I think that was the guys that helped them like put the Sky Skipper back together. And what's we got? Oh, we've got a lovely sticker. Oh, we've got the guys on the back as well. So I'll just take a quick look at them. Very nice. Thank you very much, Alex. I'll be putting all these with my memorabilia. I've got a memorabilia box. And he has put some extra stuff in here. But what is this? Wow, he's chucked in a couple of Specky games. And he's got one of them is an absolute classic. Of course, that is Thrust. Brilliant game on the Spectrum. On the Commodore 64, it's a little bit more difficult to control the original Thrust. So I'll be looking forward to seeing how that one controls, because yeah, Thrust 2 is easy to control on the 64. So yeah, looking forward to trying that on the Specky. Thank you very much, Alex. And here we have what I think that says Trans Am, and that's an ultimate game. Trans Am. I have not played this one before. Have you guys played this one before? Any history with Trans Am on the Specky? And it doesn't stop them. There's more. There's more. There's more. Oh, we've got another card in here. We've got another card. And it's another Skyscraper project card. And yeah, it's like the artwork for the game. Brilliant work. If you, as I say, you need to check Alex out, and especially the Skyscraper project. Because well, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. You need to go and check it out. So this was the in fact, this was what I originally wanted, and here it is, guys. It's Konami software. Is that still from Konami? Is that how they spell it? It just looks like yeah, it is. It's definitely Konami. If you don't know what this is, then we'll just open it up and we'll have a quick look inside. And you can see the cartridge. Is this ringing any bells? This is not really something that I've shown on my channel before. It also has the booklet inside, guys. Lovely condition, the box as well. Very nice. This is the first ever game for the Famicom. Yeah, I picked up a Famicom. If I could remember where I've actually put it, I would show it to you. But yeah, I'm not even sure where that is. I'm sure it's not in my box of goodies that I've got to show you. But I'll try and edit it in or put it in at the end or something along those lines. But anyway, let's delve further into Alex's box. I can just imagine him now doing his Sid James laugh. Oh, he's put an absolute classic in there. This is one of my favourite games on the Commodore 64. I used to play this for hours. It's a two-player masterpiece. If you haven't played this on any system, then sort yourself out. You need to give this a go. I'm not sure that the PlayStation, I think it was on PlayStation 2, possibly. It didn't do it justice. Spy versus Spy. Spy versus Spy, one of my favourite ever games. Alex, thank you so much for sending this, mate. I had no idea that any of these were in the box. And okay, I'm not sure how this one's going to be pronounced. Underneath it's got Night Gundam Story. So does anybody know what that is? Because yeah, my Japanese just isn't really up to what it used to be. And basically, well, I haven't got a clue what game that is. It's by Bandai and it was made in 1990. It's got some sort of knight on the front. Oh, cannot wait to give these a go. I really can't wait to give these a go. Thank you very much, Alex. Last but not least, there's one more. Oh, and I think I know what this is. I think I do. Any guesses? Any guesses, guys? Now, just by the style of the writing here, I think that is Commando. I'm not 100%, but I think that is Commando. And if that is, then that is another absolute class game. Alex has definitely been doing his research on what games are like, and yeah, mate, I think you've hit trumps there. Thank you so much. That is so kind. Oh, absolutely buzzing. Right, I'm going to have to sort out the Famicom because I haven't even looked at it yet, but it looks like it will need a mod to work properly in the UK, which hasn't been done yet. So we'll move on. This is something that my wife got me. She got it from a shop called The Range. It's definitely, as far as I'm concerned, it's a nationwide shop. Although I've only ever seen one in Inverness, but that's because I don't get out very much, and I've literally left Inverness like twice in the last 2 years, I think now. And she got me this, and it's a nice Game Zone metal sign for the shed. I might put this outside actually. see if we can get it all like rustic and what have you. Won't take long in the weather up here. But yeah, I thought that was really nice and very kind of her. So thank you, Louise, even though there's virtually no chance, even if you are watching, there's no way she would have gotten this far anyway. Next, and I think this is, oh, this was something I spotted on Sinclair for Sale. The guy only wanted, he only wanted postage for it. And it's something that I lack, but something that might come in handy, especially with me playing more and more Spectrum at the minute. And let's get into this. But yeah, the guy only wanted, I think it was like £3 for the postage. So no charge for the actual piece of hardware. And here we are, guys. This is Kempston, so I'm sure the people who are aware that this goes into. Oh, some lighting issues here, and I can't find the thing to turn it off, so I'll just have to put up with it for now. This is a Kempston joystick adapter for the ZX Spectrum. This plugs into the back of your said Spectrum, like so. And then you're able to play with a normal joystick on the top, because yeah, you had to. It was like a special kind of joystick or something or other like that. I don't know, but that'll be pretty handy to get me up and running on the Spectrum. Next, we move on. I think I do know what this one is, because this one's quite a good one. And here we are, guys. This is a game for a certain set that I've been collecting for. You might have heard of it. It's called the Hit Squads. And these were budget games on the Commodore 64, the Amstrad, the CPC, the BBC, the Atari 800, the Commodore 16. And I've probably missed one out. In fact, I'm just going to cheat here. The MSX, but there's only 2 for the MSX, so don't blame me for missing those out. This one is for the Amstrad, and it's one that I've been after for quite a while. I'm very happy to tick it off my list, and I got it for a remarkably low price. Like literally pennies compared to how much Hit Squads cost, especially when you're down at the business end. And we have Super Space Invaders. I really do like that colour. I like that cover. I think it's very like in your face, and there's some screenshots on the back for you guys to check out. Hopefully that's in focus. I think it is there. But yeah, quite a decent game actually. On the systems that I've played it on, I've played it on the Spectrum and the Commodore 64 only. I've not played it on the Amstrad because obviously I didn't have it. But all that can change now. Also, keep an eye out for a future project that I'm doing with regards to the Hit Squads. Really, I'm a little bit gutted I can't show you the game I picked up for the same system as this one this morning. It's one that I've been after for such a long time, and I can't believe that this morning I finally got my hands on it. So let's just pray that it gets here in one piece. This is another game that I've seen it on. Someone was having a stream about. It was football games on the Amiga, or they were talking football games on 16-bit, and the Amiga came up, and someone reminded me about this game, and it's one that I had, and I actually had the original, not a copy. So when I seen this come up on eBay, it was a no-brainer. It was the right price, and it's this, guys. It's Total Football from Dormark on the Amiga. Now this is in lovely condition, and it accepted a bid, like a best offer of £5, which is pretty decent for this. Now have a quick look at the screenshots on the back. You're obviously going to know what game that is based on. Yep, you're right, that was based on FIFA. This was like basically a clone of FIFA on the Amiga. Let's just have a quick look inside. Everything is very well packed indeed. We've got the we've got all the discs in there, and the manual, yeah, in really nice condition. Box is in superb condition actually. And again, as I've said before, when it comes to the Amiga, I'm only adding games that are nostalgic to me, because the Amiga, with having such a massive library, I think a full set, I don't even know if anyone's got a full set of Amiga, but if they have, it would be amazing to see. But for me, Total Football was one of the best games on the Commodore Amiga. Sorry, best football games, or soccer if you're watching stateside, of course. But yeah, really, really, really good game if you like football and the Amiga, and you can drag yourself away from Championship Manager, which I used to have extreme difficulty doing. This is the football game for you, or might be. Of course, we the best of the best was Sensible Soccer. I mean, nothing can compete with that. But if you want a game that, you know, has that different, like the side-on view, or the isometric view, as that is, then Total Football, I would say, was the best one. So moving on to another Amiga. Another kind of Amiga game. I don't know why they've got that out there, but that's meant to go in there. And we have got D-Generation for the CD32. Now, I've only got 2 games for the CD32, so D-Generation is a lovely addition. I absolutely love the game. Again, it's another nostalgic one. The CD32 is just a little bit more, I would say, a little bit more colourful. I think apart from that, I think the graphics are pretty much identical. But yeah, that's another awesome game that I'm really happy to pick up on the CD32. Now, this one is addressed to Paul RetroB8, so I'm not actually sure what this one is. But let's take a look inside. It's very well packed. And this, guys, is from Lee, the nerdy geezer. Yeah, he was on the swap shop, and I think that's where I spotted this game. And it's this, guys, Alien 3 on the Mega Drive. Now, I think I've mentioned a few times the Aliens Neoplasma game, and I think this is quite similar to what it's based on. To be fair, it's a long time since I've played this, but if I remember, it was exceptionally difficult. So yeah, I just want to give this another go, and I love the Alien and Aliens franchise. It's one of my favourite. So anything to do with these, then yeah, I always like to try and pick them up. So I'll be looking forward to playing this, and cartridge looks pretty decent there, mate. Box is good enough for me. So yeah, thank you very much, Lee, the nerdy geezer. Links to anyone who's sent me anything or who I've purchased from will be in the video description down below, so you can go and check them out. Definitely have a look at Lee. He's really getting into his Commodore 64 and his homebrew, which I absolutely love. Of course, a man after my own heart. Right, let's see what is in this one here. I'm not 100% sure. Some of these were sent well into last year, like the beginning of December. So, what my memory's like. Wow, this is packed amazingly well. And I remember exactly what it is. This package is from another YouTuber. You may know him. He goes by the name of Pete, and his channel is Onaretrotip. Fantastic channel. Just brought out a fantastic video the other night about I think it was it was all Japanese games on the Mega Drive. So I'm still halfway through watching it, but yeah, excellent video. Really getting stuck into that. But he advertised that he was selling some Dreamcast games on Facebook, so I messaged him direct and asked him if I could buy a couple of these games. Now, I remember buying this one, and of course this is Sega Rally. I think this is one of those games where when you have the system, you feel obliged that you have to have certain games. For the Dreamcast, Sega Rally, I think, is one of those games. This conversion as far as I'm aware, is considered one of, if not the best. So yeah, thank you so much, Pete, for sending that. That looks absolutely awesome. And this one, I think this was one I couldn't remember if I'd actually bought this or not. If I didn't, thanks for sending it, Pete. And if I did, thanks anyway. But this is Fighting Force 2. And I remember we were having a little bit of a conversation about it, and it does look like a really cool game. So yeah, this will be one that'll be getting tried out, but I think they're going to be after I've played Titan of the Dead, because I'm really looking forward to that one. Then it's going to be this one. Then it's going to be this one. But that makes my Dreamcast collection, that's doubled my Dreamcast collection. We're now up to 4 games, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Small steps. Small steps. Now, last but not least, as far as I can see, is it's a cartridge. It's a cartridge game for the Commodore 64. And the one that is virtually impossible to find is, of course, Double Dragon. Double Dragon was never officially sold. I think it might have been sold like mail order, but it wasn't one that you could just like go along to the shops and buy. So I seen a bundle with this game in, and obviously approached them to sell it separately, which they agreed to do. Now I'm not under any kind of, you know, I'm not stupid. The chances of this cartridge being real are like less than, I don't know, 0.1%. I would say that there's absolutely no chance this is real whatsoever. However, I had to try, because it's probably a set that I'll never ever complete. And the only way I can find out if it's real or not is by opening it up. Now, the only way to open it up is by ripping off the front label. So if it turned out it was real, I'd kind of wrecked it. But anyway, it is what it is. And for me, this is kind of like it's kind of brought a collection to an end, because I know that I'm never ever going to get a real one. But if I do, then this one would be going for sale, because yeah, I'm pretty much convinced that this is a fake. However, this is Double Dragon working cartridge for the Commodore 64, and that would bring the collection of me cartridges to an end. As I say, I'd be amazed if it's real. I'm virtually positive that it won't be. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to add it to the collection, because it just kind of puts that one to bed. I'll still keep an eye out, of course, for one that maybe comes in a box or something like that. That's even if that's even possible to find. I'm not too sure. So that's all the pickups out the way, guys. So I just want to spend just a couple of minutes talking about what's coming up. The Retro Gamer Quiz that'll be starting up at the end of this month. The date is yet to be confirmed, because it could possibly be on a Sunday rather than the normal Wednesday that's been on. And as I've spoken about before on the quiz, it's now going into a league format where the guys' points at the end, they will be playing directly against each other, but in the grand scheme of things, however many correct answers you get, that'll depend where you go in the league table. So we've got that to look forward to. Then I've got the Commodore Classics collection, which is Commodore 64 and Amiga games. Really, really good nostalgic games that I used to play in the past. So I'm looking forward to playing more of those. And of course, there's going to be a lot more homebrew. There's going to be homebrew on the ZX Spectrum, the Commodore 64, and the Amstrad as well. And there's a few other, I've been approached to do a few other little things from certain publishers. So I'm going to be working with those as well. But I'll tell you more about that as and when that comes to fruition. So hopefully soon, because I'm really excited to see how that goes and to be able to share that with you. Anyway, guys, this is probably my longest video in almost a year now, so well done if you've made it to watching it this far. I don't think many of you will, but thanks guys for supporting the channel. I appreciate all of you. Please put in the comments anything that you want to talk about, because my favorite thing about this hobby is interaction with like-minded people and making friends as well. It's just two huge things that seem to be like that come together with doing this. Yeah, and it's got me in a good place at the minute. I'm really very happy with how things are going. Yeah, and that's it guys, so well done for making it this far, and yeah, look forward to showing you my next video, which will be the Commodore 64 game on the Commodore Classics. So until then, I shall see you later, and goodbye.